Hello and welcome to another video. We've got the chopped up Golf behind me. In the last two videos we've been cutting this up. It's pretty much cut up now. I've just got to take the subframe off the front and the rear and the prop shaft and bits like that off of it. I'm going to do that in this video. I don't know how long the video will be. I don't think it will be that long. But yeah, that's what we're going to do, and then we can get back to working on the V5. I've taken the 4 subframe bolts out, so if I've done this correctly, it should drop down. Kind of. Jesus! Subframe's disconnected, just going to yank it out of the way now. So I need to dismantle this a bit better. The track rod ends off of the steering rack are all rusted, so I'm going to cut those off. I'm going to try and disconnect the drop links properly, although people would never buy drop links, but yeah. Oh, you fucking idiot, that's sharp. And that should make these parts easier to store. So I'm going to get them in the garage and then we'll work on getting the rest subframe off over the next few days. So this was stuck because when I picked up the car it had no battery, all the panels had been removed, so I couldn't actually electronically release the boot. I watched a video on YouTube that said like push on here and pull on here, and I got it open, don't get me wrong, but I've broken all the mechanism in there, so it doesn't matter because I was only going to sell this part and I'll just have to bin it instead. But don't ever do that. If you see a video that says pull that and release it that way, don't. It breaks it, and I learned that the hard way. But what I'm going to do now is take the wheel clamp off, start jacking the back end of the car up, get all the subframe off, and then we're nearly done with this. And I just want to get back to working on the V5 and have a car again. I want to have a car. For a man who has so many cars and none of them work, driving a van sucks. Stephen has just arrived. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How was your day?
You got stage fright.
Stephen doesn't do the camera stuff. He does a podcast. It's just a microphone.
It's not stage fright. I just can't say on camera. Can't say what I was going to say.
If you had a really bad day, bet you're going to be like, fucking shit, that guy at work really pissed me off. Right, I'm going to put the camera back down. So, in the last video, I put the car on these blocks, but the video doesn't really show it, but they're currently falling over and they're not very safe to be under the car. So, wait a second. Why'd you move it? I bet that looks shit now. Now you can only move it if you've got a decent tripod. That's why all my shots are still. And the GoPro also will naturally follow me, but don't worry, don't worry. Do not worry, Stephen, it's not the end of the world. My subscribers are just going to unsubscribe from that camera movement now. That was your fault.
I'm pretty sure they won't.
They will. You wait. Oh, I found a bolt. I'll keep that.
How many you got the price?
I'm getting distracted here, aren't I? Right. So this is what I've made. This is like a big wedge block platform. I had some spare wood, let's just say that, and I wanted to make something. We're going to put this under the car. Hopefully this will go down the side of the car and it'll just be a bit more solid to lift it up and it'll rest on. And then I can crawl underneath and on the car. I'm a bit mental. In the first 24 hours, and it's not much, but oh, my fucking knee.
You just moved that corner. I literally watched you take a step towards our voice. No way.
Oh, it wouldn't even usually hurt because that's my bad knee. Oh. This is probably my BMX.
Guess what? You're still on camera.
Oh, I don't know if it would have got me hitting my knee then.
Well, no, but it definitely got you on the floor.
My mother has arrived, so we'll be back in a second. Yeah, I was being a bit optimistic. Not happening. This is a really, really good design on the Mark IV. Let me just quickly show you this. As you can see, they've got this bit on here, and my jack, let me just lay it down for you. My jack does not really go, well it does actually. But over here, they've put this cutout in. So your jack goes underneath. Oh no it doesn't. No it doesn't. I'm just trying to make a point out of nothing here. There's a, Stephen mate.
This is like the story of your life.
What do you mean by that?
You try and make these good points about something exciting and realise it's an epic fail.
Yeah, no, we failed here. We've definitely failed.
We in this, you failed.
Nah, our journey is together here, Stephen. I'm sure that if we get famous, you'll want some of the money. So you have to be involved with the failure. Right, we're in. However, that bar does make good for a bit more jacking access. Good job these cars rust. We're prattling around jacking it up. Stephen just been able to lift it up.
You're taking this apart piece by piece.
So we are converting a 2-wheel drive Golf Estate because the Golf Mark 4 Estate never come in a 4-wheel drive. We're converting it to a 4-wheel drive, and this is the 4-wheel drive version.
I see.
I got this one before to do the same thing with, but it's only a 2-door, whereas this is a 4-door. It converts into the estate a lot nicer. Drove to Scotland and back in the day to pick this car up.
Gosh.
Just to do this to it, yes.
Amazing. Wow.
But yes, no, perfect. Have a lovely night.
And you.
And that is the sort of tension we bring. But as I was saying, we're going to lift the car up and just slide the blocks underneath. We didn't realise how light it was.
I can only push so far because you're still there.
I'll keep pushing. I'll get away.
You want to caught on the white hose. The one is pushing down there.
Get the fuel hoses out of the way. The fuel hose is connected to the fuel tank. The fuel tank connected to the cut-up car. The cut-up car's not connected to anything because the roof's gone. Oh, fucking good job I go gym, mate. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now I need to lift from the
There
back.
is no way it was that heavy.
Try and lift it from there, brother.
Yeah, it's got weight to it, but it's not as heavy
Now
as
go
you
on, try to lift it as I was. Go on.
Well,
Give me one of these, brother. Give me one of these. Pick that car up. Go on, brother. You run your mouth. You show YouTube now that you can pick that car up. Now, come this way. Both legs this side of the block.
this side of the block.
Yeah, like that. You did do that. You did do that.
Right,
And because I'm working with Muscle Man, you got to subscribe. I don't actually go to the gym. That's the funny part.
yeah, I haven't seen you post anything about it for ages.
Last time I went to the gym was probably last year before I started doing all this busy stuff.
You've been this year.
And no, I went while I was on holiday. I used the gym while I was on holiday. That's the only time I went to a gym. And I was doing pull-ups and my head went through the roof.
You usually post selfies after you've done it.
Everyone does though.
No?
Most people do.
I've never posted a selfie after the gym.
And that's why Tinder's not working for you, mate. Oh yeah! Okay, the back's way heavier.
I said that.
How the fuck did I not realise the back's going to be much heavier and it's not going to
It's got
balance?
fucking wheels and axles and shit. There's no engine in the front.
Jesus. That's just made it worse. This is going to stop us from getting the subframe off. So behind the car, I want to try and get the exhaust off because it's underneath and my light's quite tall. I can't put the light underneath. I've got my old little light. We're going to try and do that, but you just got to be patient with me on the filming. All it is the exhaust hangers, and I'm just going to wedge my screwdriver through them and just pop the rubbers off of the hangers. There's like 3 of them. But yeah, that's it really. The screwdriver wasn't working, so I've grabbed a 30mm socket and we're just going to remove the hanger brackets. Nice. Fucking stuck. GoPro, stop recording. My GoPro is voice activated, I've just learned. Yeah, it just cut off because I said it's stuck and it thought I've said stop. And it didn't stop that time because I didn't say GoPro.
Did you not know it was voice?
Nah, I didn't. I need to turn that off because I can't be having that randomly happening. But either way, this bolt is stuck. Watch this, ready? actually working great, mate. Yeah, do you want to go fix that? While Stephen removes the bolt from the socket, I'm going to try and wiggle the other side free. I've just disconnected the other side. We've just got to get this side off and then it will drop down and we should be able to get it out from the middle. Just waiting on Stephen. Oh! Oh, I've let the exhaust down on me. What did you yank it out?
I mean, that'll do the job.
Hit me head on the prop shaft. Or the camera. So I've just popped these off of the fuel tank. They're like the clips that go on to hold this fuel tank heat shield up. But they're not the clips. What they've used is looks like a 5 litre water cap bottle and a Coke bottle lid. So that's quite funny. Goes along with how ghetto this car is. We're having troubles getting this exhaust carrier off because it's rusted. I think I might have to drill it out, which is quite annoying, and I don't want to do that right now. I've got my drill. We're just going to drill these bolts out instead. Hopefully. Ah, I don't even need to remove it. I can just like pull the rust off. It's off.
Did it hit you?
Yeah, it came down on my head. Luckily my elbow was like this.
It's like that.
Got loads of problems, mate.
Jesus Christ. You good?
I couldn't breathe because so much rust in my mouth, brother. I hope you guys saw that. But subscribe because it's so hard to put the camera under here, take stuff off and stay safe. Like, it's all just a nightmare really, this YouTube stuff. I'ma get out. So we've just undone the prop shaft. I forgot to film it, but it was literally 2 bolts here that go up into the subframe. So yeah, sorry about that. And that's a loud car. What we're going to do is clear the wood in front of the car. Now it's light enough, we're going to lift it, try and shunt it forwards so that it brings it away from the road. What we're finding is when we have the light just down near the road end, the alleyway, cars keep coming past, so we're just worried they're going to run into our camera and that. So we're going to sort that out now, bring it forwards. Might even turn it around if we can, don't know. That was hard work, but we've moved it. Now it'll be nicer to work on. Miserable weather.
Oh yeah.
Why do we want to be YouTubers so bad?
It's England. You've got
I
braver.
For this hard work, mate, I better be famous one day or rich. Like, I'm here in the rain after doing long hours at work. Subscribe. So we're going to leave the car like that for tonight, see if the car stays on those blocks. We don't want to mess around too much just in case it falls off of them. With the wind being quite high tonight, it'll be a good test whether it's safe or not. And obviously when we come back, we'll put some stands under it. It is bloody cold. It's like the 20th of December, but that should be a lot better to go underneath and take the subframe off. Right, this spring's easy to remove. That's easy. This clip not so easy. So with these clips you're supposed to push them together, and as you push them together, push this tab down. Oh, just like that. When I talk you through it I can do it, but when I'm wiggling under there I can't. So yeah, that's disconnected, my brake's disconnected. That should drop down. I'm going to go do the same on the other side and then we'll take the 4 centre bolts out. Let's try a 16 on it. It's weird that it's different from the other side though. So I've grabbed a wire brush, a 16 and a 14, so let's see if it's any of those. This is one thing I hate about old cars, is that the bolts is like 50-50 if you're actually going to get it out or not. doesn't seem right either. Strange. So those bolts under there, I'll show you in a sec, they're all rusted, but something just dropped off of that plant into my ear, and I think it was just water, but my hearing's gone really funny. That's really annoying. But I'll quickly show you the bolts, what my problem is, and I think I'm gonna have to like weld some sort of heads onto them and see if that'll work. I don't know, this is really annoying. So I apologise for the lighting, but I need to take off 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, but they're all like this. So it looks like it's got a good head on it, but it's not a 16mm, it's not a 15, and it's not a 14, and it just keeps spinning. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a bit of a deformity on the edge of the bolt, so they're just not gripping very well. And that makes a problem because I wanted to take this all off in one unit and strip it, but welding a new bolt onto it while it's under the car, like as you can see I've just laid on the floor here, it's not going to be convenient. So what I got to do is now strip it down manually and see if I can leave it so just that control arm stays on the chassis, take all the other side off in the middle of it, and then flip the car on its side and then weld it so I can remove the bolts. I don't want to cut through my control arm, and I don't want to just drill into the chassis. I want to do it in a way that I save the threads. But yeah, it's just going to make that job a lot longer. Bummer. Hopefully all of these come out nice and easily. They look like they've been changed recently, so I can take these off. So I don't know what these are called because they're not on the normal Golf. I don't know if they're control arms. I thought this would be a control, I don't know. Anyways, I need to take these off, top one and lower one, drive shaft, anti-sway bar, get all that done so I can just leave this hub section on here, make the car nice and light, roll it up, take this off after. That's the plan. Jesus Christ, that's tight. There we go. I should really use my impact more, but you've probably seen that whenever I use my impact, it causes me trouble. Oh, that's not even tight. That was easy. I don't think that's how it's meant to be either, but remember, this isn't my car. It's my first time working on this one. I can't seem to get the arms off right now, but in theory it's all disconnected, so I'm going to go back to dropping the centre of the subframe, and then when that's down I might be able to work out why they're not coming off or whatever a bit better, or it might just pop them off. We'll see what happens. Now that rear hub's disconnected, hub/arm, I don't know, but it's much better for me. Now I can take the subframe off and that drive shaft should come off when I pull it. I just don't think it can come off at the moment because the arm's not letting the hub come out enough. But I keep saying we'll see what happens, but it seems to be working. It's like I got a little spotlight with the rust in the boot. Nice. It's a bit hard for me to film this next bit, so I'm just going to leave the camera where it is, but you'll see me on the other side of the subframe. You know what I'm doing, I'm just doing 2 bolts. Not coming out. That's so annoying. Spray was shit. I think it's coming out. I think it's slowly coming out. It's just annoying how much you gotta hit it. And this is a good way to fuck up your drive shaft and your socket, and I'm more gutted about the socket, but it seems to be alright so far. As long as it goes in, we're fine. Oh, I think it's moving now.
the other side.
I'm going to pack all of those tools up, put the jack down there. If I can jack it from the front, I can remove this axle stand and maybe pull it out as one unit, and it's easier to assemble out of the car. It is out, and I can now split the top. Bloody, I can't speak. It's out, and I still can't speak. It's out, and now I can split the prop shaft off a lot easier. I had to say that so slowly. I'm just giving up at this point. My next plan is to undo these, they look like splines, M10 splines maybe, but I don't know how I'm going to stop it from spinning, so I'll have to work that one out. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my Allen key, putting it in the prop shaft, turning it until it's on the floor and it locks it up. Nice, done that one as well. Nice. Stephen's going to snip the wiring loom out while I make space in the garage for all this stuff. Stephen's gone and it's just me. My plan is to try and take the block out from the front so that it tips onto one side and see how much we can get this side up so that I can get underneath it with a welder or whatever to try and get those bolts off. Bit of a nightmare that I've got to try and get the car up on its side, but it's what we've got to do. But that's not good. That was eventful, but it's on its side now, and it just gives me a bit more access to go underneath and do whatever I need to do to these bolts. So now I've jacked the car up, my plan is to try and tack these bolts again and see if I can get them to budge, see if we can make any progress before we have to do the welding. Yep, we've done one. They're definitely 15 mils. Let's see if we can do the other ones. Let's see if that works. No. Bit more questionable, that one. It's all to do with the angle. You can feel it, it's like grip. Shit. Okay, we've done it. We've done it. It's a good sign. There's going to be like half the car left by the end of this. It's all falling off. Oh, I've done them. That's nice. You don't have to worry about welding them out. I can finally sit down. That is the car stripped down. Everything's off of it. All we've got to do now is store the floor pan so that when I'm ready for my conversion I've got all of the bits. I hope you've enjoyed this little series of breaking this car down. I noticed the videos are getting alright views, to be fair, so I appreciate everyone who's been watching them. In the next video, I'm glad to say it, will be the V5. I'll have it over here, I'll have this in the garage, the V5 will be behind me, we'll be set up to get that fixed. I hope you liked it, subscribe and we'll catch you in the next one.